Hi, I'm Ms. Fung. Let's have a look at circles. Here's a circle, and what do we notice about this? There's a center at 0, 0, and it has a radius of 1. The equation for this circle is x squared plus y squared equals 1. The standard equation for circles looks like this, where r is the radius, and our special point for circle is the center. So when we move the circle, we're moving the center. So our center will be at h, k, where h is a horizontal translation and k is a vertical translation. Now the h part is very similar to all our other graphs, where if h is positive, moving to the right, we get x minus a positive number. But the k value is slightly different. This time we're inside the bracket next to y, so when k is positive, it looks like a y minus a number, positive number. So be mindful of that. Let's have a look at the equation a little bit deeper. Complete this table. So here we have the center 0, 0, so h and k are 0, and the radius is 2, so 2 squared is 4. So our equation looks like that. Try the rest. Pause the video and unpause to check your answers. Here we have the center at 1, 2, so our h is 1, our k is 2, and the radius is 3 squared is 9. Here the horizontal translation is negative 5, or moving to the left. So when you put x minus minus 5, you're going to have x plus 5. And then y minus 7, and the 10 squared is 100. So notice this plus 5. Here we have 0 as a horizontal translation, so x is just going to be, so h is 0, so x squared. And then minus 8 means minus minus, so it's going to be x squared plus y plus 8, and then 12 squared is 144. For this equation, we can see the horizontal translation is 3, or in other words, it has moved to the right by 3, and our vertical translation is negative 1. Be very careful with the negatives. So we have 3, negative 1 as our center, and the radius is the square root of that, which is just 4. Square root of 16 is 4. Let's have a look at the next one. For this equation, we have a horizontal translation of negative 2 and no vertical translation, so our center is at negative 2, 0. And our radius is the square root of that, so just write the square root of 5. Example 2. Sketch a graph of that long equation. Now we notice this long equation is not in the same format as our previous example, so let's change that. Let's rearrange it first. So we move the y squared over here and the 2x over here, like so. Now what can we do? We could complete the square. So x squared plus 2x, 2 divided by 2 is 1, 1 squared is 1. And then for the y portion, we have minus 4 divided by 2 is 2, 2 squared is 4. So we've completed the square for the x portion, and don't forget to subtract what you've added. And we've completed the square for the y portion. Again, don't forget to subtract what you've added, and don't lose any other values in the equation. So this part here now becomes x plus 1 squared, and then move the minus over the other side. Let's write down this section here, y minus 2 squared, and now minus 1, minus 4 is minus 5, minus another 4 is minus 9. Almost there. We're going to move the 9 over to the other side, and 9 is just 3 squared. So now we have our center as minus 1 and 2, and our radius is 3. So now we can sketch it. Our center is negative 1, 2. And you could label all the 4 points by keeping the x value the same for here. So negative 1, negative 1. And then 2 plus 3 is 5. So it'll be negative 1 and 5. This point here will be negative 1, and 2 minus 3 is minus 1. And when you go across, these values here are the same y value. So they'll both be something 2 and something 2. And you just go to subtract 3 and add 3 to find the corresponding values. You could also find the x and y intercepts by substituting the other variable as 0. But today's main goal is for you to be able to complete the square to get into the standard circle equation so that you can identify the center and the radius. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!